Have you ever felt that no matter how much you do, no matter how many goals you set, you still feel dissatisfied? Well, if goals were truly good, wouldn't you feel satisfied when you set them in of itself? That's not the case though. With goals, when you reach it, you won't set another one. When you set the other one, you go for another one. It always leaves you in a state of unsatisfaction. And now we'll go about the 3 points about how they occur, with each one of them being a main problem if it's not resolved, which will always leave you in a state of dissatisfaction. The first one is psychological time. When you set goals, you're automatically set in the future. And when you're set in the future, guess what? You can't enjoy the present. You feel a sense of lack. You're always worrying, anxious about something, about achieving something. Even if the present in of itself has no problems, no worries, you will still be thinking about, I need to achieve this, I need to achieve that. So the way to deal with psychological time is to simply focus on the present. Get to action in of itself. Don't think, oh, I need to do this and that and I'm going to do this. No, act upon it straight up. Take action in the now, not in the future. Second thing, which causes a lot of pain in of itself, is a feeling of insufficiency due to goals. When you're constantly setting goals, you're constantly in a state of lack. You're constantly in a state of insufficiency because you believe you need to achieve something to be whole. However, that's not the case. The wholeness is within you already. Taking action in place in of itself, you realize that you're complete. You realize that you don't need to become something or achieve something to feel fulfilled. It does not work like that. I was in there. I always used to think that I need to get this thing or that thing, achieve that thing to feel complete within myself. However, that's not the case. I realized that everything was already there. That was the turning point. When I truly realized that everything is already there within me. The goals are going to come in the future. I don't need to worry about them now. Everything is set in the present, in the now. So when it comes to a feeling of insufficiency, never ever build your sense of worth based on goals. Because if you do, you'll always be in a state of insufficiency. You'll always feel a state of lack, incompleteness within you. So make sure to avoid this mistake because it really crosses your subconscious. It takes a lot of conscious effort to be aware of it. And once you're aware of it, you can completely counter it in no time. The third thing, it takes you out of the present. The present is where the only true reality lies. Future, past, they were former nows, not the current one. So when you're not living in the present, when your present is consumed by the future, when your present is consumed by what you're going to do, what you're going to become, guess what? The present is gone. It's not there anymore. So you need to make sure that you live in the present. And by live in the present, I don't mean the goofy, oh, don't post stories and all of that shit. No. Genuinely live in the present. Be aware of the sound that's going around you, the visuals that's happening around you, the way you feel, how your body's interacting with everything. So that's the main thing. When you are living in the present, you feel complete. And when you're constantly thinking about goals, you don't appreciate the journey. You don't appreciate the walk to reach there. And when that happens, you're taken out of the present, where everything truly lies. So those are the 3 most commonly faced problems. So the main solution to those 3 problems, which can be detrimental to your mental health, to your sense of worth, all of those things. By the way, we are not against goals here. We are against the way it can be approached. If you approach goals in this way, I promise you, you will not find satisfaction. I promise you will not find completeness. You will always have a sense of lack, like you're always missing something, which is why we want to find the formula. It's simple. The formula is simply living in the present. When you live in the present, you're not worrying about goals. By the way, when I say living in the present, you could be acting towards one of your goals. However, you are not worrying about them. However, you're not thinking about achieving them to become something. You are simply acting upon them, and you are living in the moment in which will get you to where you want. So it's simple. Live in the present and you will realize that you won't feel lack. Why? Because the present is already complete. You will realize that time itself is killed. You won't worry about future or past. The present is here. And when you don't worry about time, automatically stress is gone. Now, third thing, when you live in the present, nothing else can occupy your mind except the now, which is going to take away so much stress and so much incompleteness and all of those things. So that's the solution, and I hope that I've helped you in any way. If you have any questions, type it down in the comments. I'll be willing to reply and go into deeper plan for you if you ask me to. Thank you for your time.